Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Rodriguez Review / Real Rap. I'm Javier. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Frankenstein. Frankenstein is written and directed by Guillermo del Toro and stars Oscar Isaac, Jacob Elordi, Mia Goth, and Christoph Waltz. So let's talk about it. So this is an adaptation, a kind of retelling of Mary Shelley's classic, iconic horror tale, Frankenstein. We've seen many adaptations from Frankenstein, of course, James Whale in the early 30s with Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein. I believe in the 90s, we had a film with De Niro of Frankenstein. So now Guillermo del Toro retells the tale of Frankenstein. And I think he's really one of the perfect directors to retell this tale. So let's kind of talk about the film a little bit. So Dr. Frankenstein, played by Oscar Isaac here, he's a smart, highly educated scientist, but he's also egotistical. And he brings a creature to life through human parts. And it's this uncanny experiment that he does, but it leads to realization, not only of himself, but into the creature. So let's talk about the film. First of all, starting right off the gate, this is a very beautiful looking film. I honestly love the look of this film. It is so gorgeous and beautifully done. If you are familiar with Del Toro's work, he really creates this fantasy, this beautiful fantasy experience, like this beautiful fantasy world he builds. If you've seen previous films of him like Pan's Labyrinth or The Shape of Water, he really creates his own kind of fantasy world, and he really hits the nail on the mark with it. Just so beautiful. I was reading that actually one of the film's inspiration for Frankenstein, one of his inspirations for this film, for like at least set and costume design, was Stanley Kubrick's Barry Lyndon. Again, another very beautiful film. It's like an art painting that's come to life. So really have to hit the nail on the mark with that. I mean, just such beauty to the film, the look of it, the sets, the costume designs, just on top and point, and it really should get recognized for its artistic look of the film. It's just chef's kiss. So beautiful, so well done. The colors, very vibrant, not too flashy, but at the same time not too dark. Just very bold, light, smooth, calming colors here. A lot of light greens, some reds there, and Del Toro, he knows how to create a nice fantasy world here. And let's talk about the casting here. Casting is really good here. Oscar Isaac, I thought he was really solid here as Dr. Frankenstein. Again, he's this crazy scientist. He wants to change the game. He wants to be known for his work, and he comes up with this crazy experiment to bring a creature back to life from severed body parts. And Jacob Elordi, I mean, he is really good in this film. He's been in a lot lately. He's definitely making a name for himself. Very talented young actor here, and I thought he was just great in this film. He really embodied the creature so well. It's a very standout performance for him, and we also see a very human-like in Frankenstein. Of course, if you've seen any of the previous Frankenstein films, we all know that there's a human side to Frankenstein. Frankenstein, he was this creation. You know, he was a creation. He didn't ask to be a creation, but he was a creation, and he's just dealing with the hand that he's dealt with while adjusting to the world, adjusting to society. But people see him as a monster, and deep down, he's really not a monster. I mean, if you mess with him, he's going to retaliate and act back towards you in a vicious, aggressive way. But at the same time, he's just a creature who wants the simple joys out of life. He wants friendship. He wants family. He wants all those things that we strive for in life. And I think Elordi, his performance really stands out here, and it's a really well-made film. It's dark, but it's not super dark. It's well paced too. It's a little bit of a slow burn, I have to say. The beginning, it takes a while to pick up because the film is kind of broken into two parts. We get part one, which is Victor Frankenstein's story, his upbringing, his plot to make the creation. Then we get to part two, which is more of the creature's side, his story inside. And I think the part two, the second half, is really like the strongest part of the story for me in this film. It has the more meat on the bones. Don't get me wrong, there's interesting parts in Victor Frankenstein, in his story, but I think the real heart and soul, the art, flows through the second part, which is focusing on the creature here. Not to say that the first part is bad or anything, but I think that's where we get a lot of the essence and meat of the bones here. And overall, like I said, it's a very well-made film, very beautiful to look at, great performances. Like I said, Oscar Isaac, great. Jacob Elordi, he really crushes it here. Mia Goth, she's very good here in the film too as Elizabeth. Elizabeth, she is about to marry Victor's brother, but then she also has a sense of romantic feeling somewhat for the creature. So I think this is a really solid film here. Again, very beautiful, very artistic, and very well made. I think Guillermo del Toro was the right man to make this film. So I'm going to go ahead and give Frankenstein a B+. You guys can check it out. It's still playing in select theaters and currently streaming on Netflix. Alright guys, thanks, and stay tuned for our next review here at Rodriguez Reviews /Real Rap Entertainment. Take care.